Hello, my name is Jebeka Regimbert. I'm a full-stack software web developer with over 10 years of experience. And welcome to this video. This is part 2 of my series on how to land your first job as a software developer. In part 1, we covered how to get the technical skills for free. You can take a look at the video in the description. And in this part 2, I'm gonna teach you how to make your CV, how to make a portfolio. I'm later gonna explain what that is, and some general tips on how to get your first job. So please enjoy the video, hope it's useful. And if you have any feedback, please let me know in the description. I really want to improve, so all feedback that you can give me to make the tutorials better for for beginners in this amazing world of software development is gonna be welcome. So please feel free to leave a comment if you wish. Thank you so much and enjoy the video. Okay, so welcome to how to become a software developer for free, part 2, how to land your first job. Okay, so before we start, I would recommend that you watch part 1. You should know the technical skills needed to build a simple web app. If you don't, go to video 1. Okay, so basically the only requirement this video is asking you is that you have some technical skill. I have recorded a part 1 for this course, which I teach you how to learn the technical skills. I will link the video link in the description. So you should watch that one first. If you don't watch the video, that's fine, but you need some technical skills. This video will assume that you are able to build a couple of projects for your software specialization. So game development, you can build a couple of games. Web development, you can build a couple of webs. App development, you can build a couple of apps. So basically, I require that you have some skills. Again, if you don't have those skills, go learn them. And if you're completely lost and you don't even know where to start, go watch the first video of this series. Okay, so what we'll cover in this video? We're gonna cover how to make a good CV, plus prepare a portfolio. A portfolio is a place where you show your work. I will cover you how to find jobs. I will give some general tips. And I simply want to say that it's a tough process, but don't surrender. So I'm also gonna give you some moral support. Okay, how to make a good CV. Okay, in this video, I assume that you already know the basics of how to build a CV. I'm gonna focus on the requirements for a software developer CV. But if you have never done a CV, you can take a look at the one that I will, and my CV, it's going to be in the description, or you can simply take a look at the YouTube tutorial on how to build a CV. Okay, but again, I assume that you have a CV maybe for your previous job, or at least that you know how to build a CV. But again, if you don't panic. Take a look at the example in the description, or watch a tutorial on how to make one. Okay, so the first important concept when building a CV for a software developer, it's to include a too long didn't read. And this one should be at the top. Basically, when people look at a CV for software developers or non-software developers, the first thing they do is they open it and they discard it in a couple of seconds. This is how human resources work. So include a too long didn't read at the top, where you include everything you want them to know about you in a couple of sentences. Keywords beat skill. Many selection processes use automatic filters or HR people with no technical knowledge. Pack your CV with keywords. React, Node, front-end developer, software developer. Those keywords are what open doors. Okay, basically, this is very self-explanatory. Use keywords. Use the keywords of the technologies you use. Use the things that you know of. Use the technical things that you find in the job descriptions. Because a lot of people without technical knowledge are going to look at the CV and they have to know that you're a fit without even knowing what you do. So use keywords. It's critical that you use them. Again, if you take a look at my CV that I will link in the description and at the end of the section, you will get some examples of how to use those keywords. Skip the fluff. Don't add generic text like proactive or team worker. They already expect you to be that. Basically, a CV is a way so you can be distinguished from the rest. So don't include things that everyone can say. This sounds like very obvious, but a lot of people include like jargon or include like words that add nothing to the CV. So skip the fluff. Focus on the things that make you different. So focus on the keywords, on everything that makes you different. Link your portfolio. Always include a link to your portfolio. Every good software developer should include a link to a portfolio, so a website, where they can see everything you have done. So include that. Later, I'm going to cover how to make a portfolio. And make a video CV. A video CV really helps, make one. It doesn't matter if you have a shitty camera. I don't know if I can say these words in a YouTube video, but it doesn't really matter if you have a terrible camera or you're recording your video CV with your phone. The important thing is that they hear your voice. It really makes a difference. So I highly recommend that you make a video CV. Simply turn on your camera phone, tell a little bit about who you are and what do you add to the table and why they should hire you. And yeah, simply do that. Really helps. It's a very simple thing, but recruiters will really like it. You can take a look at mine. It's also in my curriculum. Never label yourself a junior. Junior means less than 3 years of experience. Senior means more than 3. Apply to all jobs, regardless of what they say, and more on this later. Long story short, jobs are normally separated between junior and senior. Junior is people that are new into the world of software development, and seniors are people who have more experience. I believe this is a very bad distinction. I believe this is a very useless distinction. So I don't recommend that you label yourself as a junior. Simply label yourself as a software developer. If you, and even maybe label yourself as a senior. I will explain more why I think you should do this later. But basically, again, I would avoid using the label junior. But that's my recommendation. And take a look at my for reference. This is my curriculum. It's going to be in the description too. So, and also in the slides, which are also going to be in the description. So take a look at it and use it as a reference. It really worked well for me. Okay, so how to make a good portfolio? First point, include some projects. Include projects you have built. Try to have at least one live so they can share it, so they can try it, sorry. And get inspired by your hobbies or current career to come up with ideas. Examples, an app to record each football game you play with friends, an app to schedule D&D games, etc. Make the apps open source. Okay, so basically build things and show them to the public. And if you have no idea what to build, one thing you can do is take a look at your hobbies, build an app, and put it in your portfolio. It really helps. It really gives you, it's very good that they can see things. So repeat the process a couple of times and publish all these projects in your portfolio. They don't have to be super complex apps, so don't spend a lot of time on them. Simply things that show what you can do, that's all. So I don't know, don't spend more than a couple of weeks on each of them. And if you can make your friends try them, it will be great. So I don't know, if you play D&D, for example, make an app to schedule the D&D game. So I don't know, this is my recommendation. Recommendation, use an UI library like ChatCDN. You're probably not super good at designing, and that's fine. You want your apps to look professional. They should look as if a team built them, even though they didn't. Okay, so my point here is this could be extrapolated to use external tools. So don't feel bad for using external tools. It really isn't a problem. So in this case, if you are building, for example, an app and you need to do some styling. If you're not particularly good at styling, which you probably are not, and that's completely fine because you are new to this, use a library. Use a library like ChatCDN or Material UI. I don't know, ask your favorite AI for some guidance and use this tool to build the interface. But again, this applies to everything. So again, don't feel bad to use external tools. And this is my portfolio. Take a look at it and use it as a reference. Okay, and now how to find jobs. LinkedIn is the main channel. Go to LinkedIn, search by the tech keyword, example React, and filter for the last 24 hours. React is simply a framework, it's simply a tool. So you simply have to list for the tools that you use. And the filtering for the last 24 hours, it's important because being one of the first to apply to a job is really important. So I highly recommend that you do this. By the way, I'm Spanish, I'm Spaniard, so LinkedIn is the main tool that we use here, but if you live in another country and you use another tool, use that one. But I think that even if you don't want to use LinkedIn because it's not the main tool in your country, LinkedIn is extremely useful, especially for international jobs. So I think that even if you are not super active on LinkedIn, which I think you should, but even if in your country for some reason LinkedIn is not used, still have a LinkedIn account and keep it more or less active. So yeah, keep it updated. It's a numbers game. Apply to as many jobs as you can. Keep going until you find something. I cannot stress this enough. It's a numbers game. So keep applying, and keep applying. Prioritize low effort applications. If you feel exhausted, prioritize the ones that require the least effort, skip the ones with super long forms, conserve your energy. Basically, don't get frustrated. No one likes searching for jobs. So if you're feeling that you're getting frustrated and you're feeling that you are not going to make it, simply calm down and prioritize. Focus on the jobs that require the less effort to apply, the ones that have the simplest forms, and apply to those. Don't feel bad for skipping very long job forms, really. You shouldn't feel bad. Like, it's a numbers game. The importance is not it's the number. It's extremely important that you apply to a lot. So again, I do this. Don't feel bad for skipping very large job applications. Some companies simply want to make people put effort on the job description, on the job forms, and that's why they make so large forms. But I think it's not worth it. I really believe it's not. Like, spending a lot of time in a job form doesn't guarantee that you're going to get the job, really. Focus on the low effort ones. Some general tips. Don't mention you're a junior. Industry says junior less than 3 years of experience, senior more than 3 years of experience. I don't agree with that distinction. For me, a junior is someone who can work autonomously, a senior is. It's about architectural knowledge, not years. If you can build, deploy, and ship complete web apps, you're a senior to me. When I mean web apps, I mean apps in general. Okay, basically, again, industry distinction between junior and senior, but for me, this distinction is not very good. Like, it's like asking someone how many kilograms of books have they read. Like, the number of years of experience doesn't mean anything. So I would avoid using the label junior. Simply don't use any label, or sometimes even use senior. But this is up to you. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Like, every job market is different and every person is different. Basically, for me, when I see a curriculum, junior is someone who can work autonomously and senior is someone who can work autonomously. So if you are able to build apps by yourself and deploy those apps by yourself and learn by yourself, for me, you're a senior. So again, I avoid mentioning junior. I think it's a label that is gonna remove a lot of value from you. And it's a distinction, junior and senior, that I fully disagree with. Don't feel bad. Don't feel that, oh my God, if I don't mention I'm a junior, I'm gonna get the job, I'm later, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Really, don't worry. Apply to all jobs, junior and senior. Again, don't discriminate. And they're gonna make you an exam. You will have to do a job interview. So you will be able to prove yourself there. So don't panic. You're not gonna get a job that you're not prepared for. Apply to senior-only roles anyway. Believe in yourself. I've seen developers with 10 years of experience commit junior mistakes. Even if I have basic knowledge gap, even I find have basic knowledge gap sometimes. Or even sometimes I have basic knowledge gap sometimes. So it's part of life. Again, like, as I've told you before, I don't believe in the junior-senior distinction. So apply to senior jobs too. Again, if you can build something autonomously and deploy it and everything, you're a senior. And if not, watch a tutorial. Like, if you consider yourself a junior, you are a couple hours away of a couple of tutorials for becoming a senior. So yeah. Use your contacts. There's nothing wrong with asking around if anyone knows someone hiring. Use all the resources you have. Again, nepotism is completely acceptable. Use all your tools you have. You're not a less good developer because you are asking your friends for some help at getting the job. If you know someone who's hiring, tell them, or ask your friends for help. Really, don't feel bad. Working for free with boundaries. If you know a business owner who wants a web app or any kind of software app, offer your services for free. Gaining real experience and good recommendations for your LinkedIn and CV is valuable, but a free project should not take more than a couple of months. If they abuse your goodwill, quit immediately. Real client apps are useful experience, but it's not worth your mental health. Basically, if you can work for free, I would recommend that you work for free, especially if you don't have any experience. I mean, only if you don't have any experience. Because it's going to be very useful for you. You will be able to add something to your CV, and an employer is going to be able to write you a recommendation in your CV and LinkedIn. So if you have a friend that wants to build something, if you know someone who has a business and wants to build something, build it for them for free. Again, don't take more than a couple of months to do this, and publish your work in your curriculum so other employers can see. Again, don't get don't allow people to abuse of your free will, but in some situations I think that it's a great opportunity to gain some practical knowledge and to also build confidence. So some people are completely against working for free. I don't. I think in some cases it may be good. So if you have the opportunity, why not? Iterate your CV. Read the job descriptions in LinkedIn post. Ask HR people for feedback. Use that info to improve your CV. Again, your CV should constantly change. So add new keywords, add feedback that HR give you, improve it. Again, it's not a document set in stone, so you should improve it constantly. Don't fear using AI. Once you know the basic, AI is an amazing tool. As in previous video, I still recommend OpenCode. Great tool. Again, once you know the basics, use AI. My favorite tool to use with AI is called OpenCode, so I highly recommend that you take a look at it. Disclaimer, and this of course is a joke. Info for developers only, HR stay up. Okay, this is a joke I made because I felt funny when I felt like I wanted to be jokey when I was making this PowerPoint. Lying is not that bad. If every job requires 3 years and you have 0, feel free to add some makeup to the CV. A lot of hiring systems are automated. Sometimes if you don't check some arbitrary box, you won't get past the first filter. Do what it takes to pass that first filter. They'll give you a technical test, so if you're not actually fit, you won't get the job. Okay, what I'm trying to say with this is, don't feel bad for lying. Especially getting your first job is very complicated compared to other jobs. Like once you have your first job, it's going to be much easier to get other jobs. So if you realize that you're not getting any jobs because your job market is saturated, don't feel bad to lie and add a couple of years of experience. Of course, like be reasonable. Don't say you work for Google, but I didn't have to do this, but I know some juniors had to. Because again, the job market can be very cruel. A lot of systems are automated. So no one's going to take a look at your beautiful projects if you don't match the arbitrary checkboxes. So it's a tool that you have. I'm not saying that you should lie, but don't feel bad if you have to lie. And again, don't feel bad. If you are not fit for the job, they're going to make you do an exam. And if you fail the exam, you're not going to get the job. So really don't worry. The years of experience metric is broken. Measuring a developer's proficiency by how many years they've worked is pointless. It's my humble opinion. It's like measuring your wisdom by the kilograms of books you've read. This is a point I made before, nothing else to add. I believe it's a broken metric. And believe in yourself. We see more negatives than positives in life. That's how our brains are wired. Don't only focus on the things you don't know yet. A skill takes time, so take it easy. Nothing else to add, really. Believe in yourself. The beginning, it can be a very frustrating process. Applying for jobs is not a pleasant experience, but never surrender. Simply push forward. It's a numbers game, don't surrender. As I said before, continue pushing. It's a matter of time, you're going to eventually make it. And believe me, you are worth it. Like you can become a developer and you will become a developer and you're going to be a successful developer. Maybe you're not going to be rich, but you can find a job and you can really enjoy your job. I really do mine and I never regret becoming a developer. And I think you can also become one. So never surrender. I believe in you. I've seen so many different types of developers. I'm sure you'll find your place. This beautiful job, this beautiful career is open to everyone. So no matter if you believe that you are, for example, autistic and you are never going to get a job, I don't matter if you believe that you are too shy, don't matter if you believe that you are too chaotic, that's all excuses. You have far more potential than what you see in yourself. The thing is, like, as I said in another thing, people tend to, we see more the negative than the positive. So you are seeing the negative because you're wired to do so. So again, believe in yourself. Really, like you have much more valuable things in you that what you really can see now. So believe in yourself, and no matter who you are welcome here, and I'm sure you're gonna make it. Goodbye and good luck. These are my last words. I will publish more videos in the future. Take a look at the resources in the description so you can take my CV and portfolio references. And really, good luck and happy coding. Ciao, ciao.